In a big success for the security forces, 3 terrorists were gunned down in an encounter with security forces in Shopia district of Jammu and Kashmir. These terrorists were affiliated to Hizbul Mujahideen. One of the slain terrorists is believed to be Latif Tiger, the last surviving terrorist of the 10th Associates of Hizbul Mujahideen commander Burhan Wani, who was killed in an encounter in July 2016. As per reports, an encounter broke out between terrorists and security forces in the Imam Sahib area of Shopian following a credible input of the presence of terrorists in the area, after which a cordon and search operation was laid down in the early hours. A brief exchange of firing took place between the two sides, prompting the security forces to strengthen the cordon to prevent the terrorists from escaping, in which 3 terrorists have been killed. Extremely severe cyclonic storm Fani made a landfall in Puri on Odisha coast Friday morning, triggering heavy rainfall coupled with high-velocity winds with speed of 175 kilometers in vast areas. Large areas in the seaside pilgrim town of Puri and other places were submerged with water as heavy rains battered the entire coastal belt of the state. Several trees were uprooted and thatched structure destroyed at some places including Bhubaneswar. The cyclone has entered the Odisha coast at Puri around 8 am and it will take around 3 hours for the entire landfall process to be completed. Director of Regional Meteorological Center, Bhubaneswar, H.R. Vishwas said, Puri and neighboring areas are experiencing wind with the speed of 175 km per hour, which may go up to 200 km per hour. Nearly 11 lakh people have been evacuated from vulnerable and low-lying areas of at least 11 coastal districts. Pakistan has issued an official order to freeze the assets of the imposed travel ban on Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Masood Azhar after the UN declared him as a global terrorist. Pakistan-based Azhar is also banned from selling or purchasing arms and ammunition. The UN Sanctions Committee on the Islamic State and Al-Qaeda on Wednesday announced the designation of Azhar, leader of Jaish-e-Mohammed, over its tie to Al-Qaeda. The Election Commission today allowed a relaxation in the provisions of Model Code of Conduct in Cyclone Fani hit 4 districts of Andhra Pradesh for the preventive and relief works. The Commission has considered the matter and approved the proposal for granting relaxation in the provisions of MCC for all the preventive and relief work associated with the cyclone in the 4 districts. An earthquake of magnitude 4.2 struck Himachal Pradesh, Mandi district today. As per reports, the tremor were felt at 4.32 am and the epicenter of the earthquake was at a depth of 10 kilometers in northeast of Mandi. Mild tremors were also felt in the adjoining areas. No loss of life or property was reported. Campaigning for the 5th phase of polls in 14 Lok Sabha constituencies of central Uttar Pradesh covering important seats like Amethi, Rai Bareli along with the state capital will end on Saturday evening for the May 6 polls. The fate of the Union Minister Rajnath Singh, Congress President Rahul Gandhi and Union Textile Minister Smriti Irani along with UPA Chairperson Sonia Gandhi will be decided in this phase. District Development Commissioner Gandarbal Hashmat Ali Khan conducted an extensive tour of Baltal and took stock of the arrangements being put in place ahead of commencement of annual Shri Amarnath Ji Yatra 2019. He was accompanied by SSP Gandarbal, ADC, SDM Kangan and other concerned officers. The DDC reviewed the arrangements to be provided in pilgrims at the base camp Baltal and along the Yatra route at various places. The DDC directed the officers and engineers of concerned departments to ensure all necessary arrangements like electricity, water, safe width on the track and fencing work are put in place well in time. He also called for coordinated efforts for the smooth and hassle-free conduct of the Yatra. Former Kerala Finance Minister V. Vishwanatha Menon passed away at a private hospital here today. He was 92. He is survived by his wife and two sons. He had been undergoing treatment at the hospital here for the age-related ailments. Menon, a former communist leader, served as the finance minister in the CPI-led NDF government headed by A.K. Nayanar in 1987. He had also served as member of parliament twice. Menon entered politics during his student life at the age of 13. Press Freedom Day was celebrated at Delhi Public School, Udhampur to honor media, one of the most important pillars of the country. The students of the school presented a special program for the media fraternity. The function started with an introductory speech highlighting the importance and contribution of media in the evolution of society. A special Nukkad Natak was performed, highlighting the importance and impact of media. Various cultural programs were also presented by the students of class 11th and 12th. Pro-Vice Chairman of the school, Dr. J.C. Gupta facilitated the Earth News correspondent Swapnil Pachyala along with other media persons for their commendable contribution to the society. Principal of the school, Dr. Kunal Anand, thanked all the media persons and invited guests for sparing their valuable time.
I congratulate you wholeheartedly and especially for being with us and the PhD course. My message may kindly be sent to the students who have passed 12th class result. Yesterday's result was out and they have kept the routine high grade marks which they have obtained in the exam up to 12th class. I thank you once again, sir, and